Hey Dan, this may turn out to be one of my most boring videos ever, but it's February the 10th, 2018, and this is what my basement looked like, the floor anyway, after the remodel of the walls and the drywall. Here is the first, so what I did is I put down bamboo flooring, and this is the very first run that I put down. I put down one line of it all the way across the room to establish a straight line, and then I worked east and west from there. So here's from the line to the wall. All those buckets are filled with water, so there's 40 pounds a piece. That way it holds it down onto the adhesive. So the rest of this is all just going to be stop motion. Stop motion? No. What's the word I'm looking for? You know what I'm talking about. I think I had it set taking pictures every minute. So anyway, so what we used bamboo, and this floor, as you know, has been concrete for many years, and so it's just like, oh God, we got to get this done for Duncan and Clearly get here. We had played around with doing tile, and then we knew we didn't want to do carpet, so we ended up doing bamboo, which is what I put into into Colleen and Preston's room. So the way you put it down is, these links are about 38 inches long, 5 inches wide. It's tongue and groove. It's like hardwood, except it's bamboo. And then you spread an adhesive onto the floor using a trowel with the notches, much like you would if you've ever done tile. Anyway, it's a pretty good product. It's pretty durable, much better than the stuff we did, the stuff we have upstairs in the house, which is that laminate, nasty stuff. Anyway, so we'll see how well this bamboo works. But it took me, I think I did it over the span of one weekend, a Saturday and a Sunday when Beth was in Kenosha. It's a lot of long days, a lot of time on my knees. When I got to, sticky spots, a lot of back and forth up to the chop saw, which was sitting right at the garage, the garage door, between the garage door and the driveway. And I didn't want to put my shoes on running back and forth because I didn't want to step in an adhesive and not realize it. So I just stayed barefooted, and I put some cardboard and my kickboard, my swim kickboard, out in front of the chop saw. So that's what I stood on because the temperature outside was about, between 5 and 10. But for the most part, it went really well. The kind of the cool thing is you'll see eventually blue masking tape, and what you do is when you put a piece in, as you're putting it in and pushing it in, what happens is the glue, the adhesive, as you push it in, the adhesive will pull it back out again slightly, and so just masking tape alone will keep it from moving. It's really amazing. And then I just put these buckets of water on top to hold it down onto the adhesive until it dried enough to where I could move the buckets. So the most of the room was pretty easy. That part of the room was pretty easy because it's just all straight courses with one cut at either end. So once I got in and around the fireplace, then that was the fireplace hearth, then that was a bummer. But you spread some adhesive, you put some wood down, you spread some adhesive, you put some wood down. Like I said, it was just, God, I was so tired. And of course I was doing rehearsal as well. Not on Saturday, but I had rehearsal on Sunday. It's done now, so I feel pretty good about that. I still have to do the transitions between, at all the doorways. So that's still I have to do, but I'm going to wait until Duncan and Clearly and Layla leave, which is they arrive tomorrow and they'll be here 2 weeks, and then I'll get back at it again. The only other thing I did is you could see earlier in the video in the distance, straight ahead, you can see where that baby buggy is now, but there was a bookshelf right there. It was a MDF piece of crap bookshelf, so I took it and I kicked the shit out of it and threw it in the garbage. And so I decided to build another one. So what I did is I built it out of 1x10 pine You'll see a picture of it at the very end, but 1x10 pine with the top piece being 1x12, so it overhung. And then I faced it with 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch thick by 3/4 inch oak, what's called window screen molding. So essentially it's just this little piece of, little 1/4 inch thick piece of oak. Anyway, that's and I think it actually turned out, so I painted the shelf all white and then I faced it with this oak, and I think it actually turned out really nicely. So you'll see it at the very end. But yeah, it was just a lot of just up and down and up and down and up and down. I tell you, my knees were killing me, my hips were killing me. Actually, what happened is when I'm kneeling, I've got my toes kind of curled up and under, and my toes ended up cramping. So yeah, it was just a lot of work to get that done. But I think this is probably going to be the most time-consuming room in the whole house. We still have some things we want to do yet. Beth thinks she's going to paint the chimney, paint those brown bricks, like a gray or something, just not brown. And then we need to put the gas. Did I tell you we're going to do a gas insert? It's going to cost us $4,000, but I think it's going to be really worth it. So we're going to be doing a gas insert, and it's going to make that whole room really, really comfortable. And it's going to make it a room that we actually want to be in, which before it was always just a room that collected crap, and we never spent any time in it because it was just a hallway, right? That's all it was. It was just a big hallway from one point to the other. So anyway, so now it's actually a space. Near the end of this video, Dan and I made the mistake of putting a bucket because I had to hold down some of the flooring right there at that doorway, and I put a bucket in front of the camera, so I ended up getting rid of all those images, most of them anyway. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about the process. I'm at a good spot. Rehearsal's going well. We just got done with being off book on the second act, and Jim didn't tell me that my acting was shit this time, so I take that as a monumental step forward. One small step for acting kind, one giant step for one snot. Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, it's it's good to have it done. I'm glad you get so many crotch shots of me. Oh, there's the bucket. So it pretty much, hid most of the rest of the work I was doing. Anyway, it's done. God, thank God it's done. So, and here's some video of me coming down showing you the completed portion. There's the finished floor. There's the rug at the far end of the wall that Beth bought there's the wood right there in front of the hearth that I used to make the bookshelf. Anyway, so there's a rug. So this is the rug unveiling, I think. There's the little cubby. And here comes the rug. Wish I had better light down there. That's the next thing, I guess. Screw it. Too tired to do light. Anyway, here's obviously a much better shot of the rug with some better lighting. Back to the bad lighting. There's the... Oh, and that's the new couch we just got, and it's actually a sleeper sofa, so you have somewhere to sleep when you come visit. And there's that bookshelf I was telling you about. So really, that's all I've got. So I'm gonna end this video. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.